Good morning. It's Paul Reiser.
Paul.
Hey, Paul. How are you?
I'm well. How are you guys doing?
We're
doing
awesome.
great. You're coming to Maine. We're super excited about this on April 12th.
I will be there.
Have you been here before?
I was in Maine a long time ago. It wasn't a state yet. It was still wilderness. It was
still
going way
is.
back.
You were a logger, I believe. Yes.
Exactly. I was logging, and I was the first one among the first to work the area and clear it out for what is now the beautiful state of Maine.
Paul Reiser.
Let me ask you this: is the
lumberjack.
snow stopping? Wow.
Up in the air. It has, sort of.
I had to
Iffy.
think about it. That just frightened me.
It's
Yeah.
a trick. Hey, I wanted to congratulate you on the piece that you wrote about David Brenner in the Huffington Post.
Oh, I'm so glad you saw that.
I really enjoyed it, and I could really feel the appreciation that you had for him when I read
Oh,
that.
he was a big influence on all of us who started in that era. It's when the comedy clubs were first beginning. When I started in the '70s, and he was the guy a little ahead of us who had really set an example of how it can get done, and a very sweet guy too.
Well, I guess that ties
Very
into
cool.
you returning to stand-up because I believe it was last fall that you sort of came back to it after a pretty long break. So
Yeah, it was a long 20-year break, as it
Wow.
turns out.
Was
Quite
that
a break.
crazy?
Was that easy to get back into it, or did you look at it from a different perspective? Did you have a lot more things to talk about, or did your
All
act
of the
change?
above.
Yeah.
It was. It's sort of it wasn't easy to get back, but in a sense of like if you play ball and then if you're a professional ball player and you take a couple of years off, you still know how to shoot, but it's not going to be pretty.
Or logger.
Yeah, for a logger, exactly. So it took me a while to get back that muscle but it does come back, and I missed it. I didn't quite realize how much fun. I didn't realize how much I missed it because it was great fun being back on stage, and it's unlike anything else. When I was lucky and I got to do TV and movies and everything, but it's a very different thing to do stand-up because it's immediate. It's just you. It's you go up and you talk to people, and there's no middleman.
There's a nakedness to it. Yes.
Yeah, there's no network or studios, and you don't have to wait 6 months and do test marketing. It's just you and the people, and it's really refreshing. So I've been having a ball going out, and I've been going to places, and I've never performed in Maine, so I'm looking forward to being there next Saturday.
Yeah, we're super excited to have you. And the Gracie, where you're going to be performing, is a beautiful space.
I'm told it's a beautiful show.
Awesome. A buddy of mine's a sound guy, so you may meet him. So
Yeah.
there you go.
All right, tell them to turn it up to funny. Crank it up to funny.
The amps go to 11 there. Don't worry.
Yeah, exactly.
I have no question that it will be funny. Speaking of that, I grew up watching Mad About You, a huge fan. I want to know, when it comes to sitcoms, what makes you laugh? There's sitcoms now that you watch or that you like?
I don't watch a lot of TV. What do I watch? Modern Family is great.
Yes.
Julia Louis-Dreyfus
I
is
love
great.
her.
Yeah, she's just singularly talented and brilliantly funny. And Jimmy Fallon is really hitting a great stride, or he has been for a while. He's awfully funny.
Well, one of the things I loved specifically about Mad About You is I got such a New York vibe watching that show. Same as I did with Seinfeld, I guess. Like
Yeah.
you just really wanted to. You felt like you were right in the middle of Manhattan watching that.
Well, it's funny because I grew up in New York, and Helen Hunt had spent a big chunk of her life in New York, so we were very deliberate about trying to keep it as real as we could, and so we used as much as we could New York people and New York scenery, and you shot stuff there, and it was very much a love letter to New York.
I, by the way, immensely enjoying one of your co-stars from that show. Is it John Pankow in Episodes? Have you seen him in
Yeah.
that? He's amazing in that.
He's great. That's another great show.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, John, it's great to see him.
Do you want
Let loose in that?
Do you want to ask Paul? You might as well ask him since we talked. He mentioned Helen by name, but she had a very specific question.
Oh, okay.
I kind of have a girl crush on Helen, so I just kind of want to know what it's like to make out with her.
Yes.
Well, let me see if I can arrange
Do you
it.
remember?
Oh,
good.
set it up nice.
Let me get your number, and I'll have
Yeah.
her call you.
Text
and if
me
all
your
goes
number.
Well, with enough alcohol, there's no telling what could happen.
That's right. She's made out with Jack Nicholson and Paul. I don't see why you couldn't fall in line third there. By the way, obviously, the first place a lot of people remember you from is the movie Diner, which to me, that's sort of like one of those coming of age things. It was like American Graffiti and Fast Times at Ridgemont High, where these people just became ginormous stars out of it. I mean, look at the cast you worked with in that. Did you think it would be that iconic, I guess is the question.
No, I don't. I certainly didn't think anything, because that was my first job, let alone movie. I had never been in front of a camera, and I was 24, and it was I got tapped by crazy circumstances, and just ended up being in this movie. So I was thrilled that we had that we had cameras and trucks and everything.
Kevin Bacon, was he 2 when he made that? The guy hasn't
Kevin
aged
Bacon
a day.
had just turned 3. He was walking. He was on solid food. And I'm actually doing a new movie with Kevin starting next month.
Awesome.
So we haven't worked. We've seen each other. We haven't together since then.
I'm guessing you haven't ran into Mickey.
Yeah.
I actually haven't ran into Mickey Rourke on.
I may have. I don't know if I would have recognized him. No, I haven't seen Mickey in a long time.
But that thing
I
just
do see all the other guys, and I bumped into Ellen Barkin not long ago.
Wow.
So it's for all of us, it was a big part of a big launching pad and a big part of our lives. So it holds a special place for all of us.
Well, speaking about making movies, you've done a couple of Sundance things, some indie things. Behind the Candelabra, which I haven't seen yet, but I'm looking forward
No rush.
to it.
That's on HBO. You can watch it when you want.
Nice.
That's
Right.
the beautiful thing. I did 2 movies last summer that just were in the Sundance Festival, and they'll be coming out. One is a really funny and interesting, a romantic comedy zombie drama.
Oh, sweet.
Fun.
Rom-com zombie drama is it's called.
Love
which
it.
comes out. It's called Life After Beth, which will come out in August, and another terrific movie, not a comedy at all, called Whiplash, which actually won the festival, won the best movie of the
cool.
festival, which was very exciting, and that comes out in the fall. So I've been having fun. Yeah, I've been getting back and doing all the things that I love doing, which has been great.
Seems like you're doing a variety of things now. We were thinking like, wow, would you prefer something like that to I would imagine the sitcom world could be a grind.
Well, they're all fun, and they all have their certain appeals, and Mad About You certainly opened up a world to me, and it was a long. It's a lot of hours. You put in it was 7 years of seemingly around the clock effort, but it was you're in 15 million homes, and it's a great honor and a great fun. But as I say, getting out now and doing stand up is a different, and I get to do them all. I'm working on a TV show now, and
Yeah, there's the FX thing.
And I get to go out on the weekends and perform. So I'm really, knock on wood, having the best of all worlds, and it's been fun. But you really, I beg you to work on the snow thing.
Yeah.
Because I grew up in New York, but I've been in California now for 30 years, so my blood is thinned out, and I'll snap like an autumn twig if you don't get this. I just set the state at like 72, 70. Even I'll tell you what, 52.
I can probably say with some conviction that there will be no snow while you're here, but there'll be remnants of the leftover snow.
Yeah, it'll be and windy and maybe 40.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm looking forward to the whole thing. I'm going to take a sweater. I'm glad I called.
Can I ask you?
I like to do this. I call ahead, so I know how to pack.
I read a very small blurb about Married, the FX thing. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
It's a new show on FX that will come out, I think, in the summer, and it's funny because they called and they sent me the script, and I said I did a show about Married for 7 years. We kind of did that, and this is very different, and it's a single camera show. It's more like as opposed to a sitcom, and it's a half-hour comedy, but it's not an audience show, and it's a little more racy and a little bit more. I wouldn't say deeper, but it's about a group of characters, and it's all about how life doesn't always match up with your plan and your fantasy, and everybody's got something that hasn't quite worked out. And in my case, I play a guy who's my age, 50s, who's married a younger woman, 32, but it's not in any sense the trophy wife kind of syndrome. But he's never been married, and she's really kind of flaky, and it's this odd, based on a couple that the creator of the show told me about. And that you look at these people and go, why are they married? It doesn't seem like they'd be together, and yet there's something that they're getting at each other. And it's very funny, and it's very real, which is what I really am enjoying about it. It's a very, it's not just going for the jokes; it's really going for character stuff. But it's a real funny romp with a great cast of people.
Very,
Awesome.
very cool. Well,
yeah.
again, so excited to have you here.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing you next Saturday.
Yeah,
You got
absolutely. And do me a favor and tell Helen to text me.
I will do that. Stand by your phone. Don't go anywhere.